Hey everybody, it's Jason from According to Me. It's a beautiful day outside, if you can tell in the background. It's great. I'm in my car here, get a little bit of fresh air. I'm going to roll the window down. You should do the same. If it's a nice day out by you, get some fresh air. Roll the window down. Put your ear up a little bit. You can hear the birds chirping. Oh, yep, I'm still hearing it. I bet you're hearing it too. You know what it is? It's the whining and crying and complaining from the Republican establishment and from neocons all over the country about what happened with Dave Brat and Eric Cantor this past Tuesday. And it was a glorious outcome if you're a small government Tea Party guy like me. We take you through the play-by-play of what happened here and kind of my thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. You saw that Eric Cantor lost by 11 points to Dave Brat, an unknown, a guy who raised $200,000 for his entire political campaign. Now, in today's day and age, $200,000 to run for Congress is nothing. And yet he won by 11 points over Eric Cantor, who there are reports out there that Eric Cantor actually spent almost $200,000 on steak dinners for his staff and his supporters during the campaign. What does that tell you? But here's the difference. What Dave Brat did that other people don't do is they think the way to get elected, they think the way to win it is to run ads on TV, on the radio, and in newsprint, basically just destroying your opponent. What Dave Brat did is something that a lot of people forget to do, which is, why don't we actually talk to our constituents and see what they think? So Dave Brat and his supporters went door to door and went, hey, running for Congress here. What do you think about how things are going in Washington? And the overwhelming response, and folks, this is where we win, is the overwhelming response was, it sucks in Washington. We want to do something different. We want our elected officials to be accountable and do the right things for the American people. And regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, that ain't happening. There's a better favorability rating for head lice than there is for Congress. Look it up. I'm not kidding. What does that tell you? And that is the way we win. But as a Tea Party guy, you have to understand that you're not going to win them all. You saw what happened in Kentucky with Mitch McConnell and Matt Bevin, who was an outstanding candidate and lost. It's going to happen. You see Lindsey Graham this past Tuesday, who won in South Carolina. And I got to ask you, South Carolina, Kentucky, what in the hell's wrong with you? Seriously. Why do you continue to think that this guy is better than a Democrat that you elect? And hear me out, because a lot of neocons freak out and they go, well, you realize, let's just look at Virginia, for example. You look at Dave Brat. Now, Dave Brat is the guy who got elected. Now, here's a guy who's an unknown who isn't a machine like Eric Cantor, and so he's very vulnerable. And so now you're going to have Democrats entering the race. They wouldn't have entered the race against Eric Cantor, but now they're going to do it because they think they could beat Dave Brat. So we're going to have a liberal instead of Cantor in the office. Congratulations, Tea Party, yay! And Karl Rove and his 4 chins will go on Fox News and say exactly what I just said. Here's the difference. I would rather, and this is where we make the mistake as conservatives or Republicans, we would rather have a Mitch McConnell. We would rather have an Eric Cantor, a John McCain, a John Boehner, a Lindsey Graham. We would rather have those guys in office than those who stand on principle instead of party. And we would rather have those guys than a liberal. Here's the thing. Let's look at Kentucky, for example. Mitch McConnell, Allison Lunder Grimes. Because Allison Lunder Grimes will tell you, I'm a big government liberal and I believe in women's rights and the right to vote without an ID and all the other things that liberals love to stand for, right? And then Mitch McConnell will run and go, I'm conservative and I've been defending conservative values in Washington for 78 years or however long he's been in Washington. And guess what? What Mitch McConnell will do, what Eric Cantor did, what Lindsey Graham will do, what John McCain will do, what John Cornyn will do, what all of these rhinos will do is they'll say these things to you in political ads and political campaigns and all of those things. But when they go to Washington behind closed doors, they are playing Eskimo Kiss with Barack Obama and Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid. They're playing to get along because what they've done for the last couple of decades, and this is apparently what they think the winning strategy is for your rhinos out there, is we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to make people think that we actually stand for something. We'd rather just not offend anybody or stand for anything. And we're hoping that we will scare the Republicans into voting for us time after time after time after time, then have a liberal in Washington. Again, what is the difference there? I would rather have the patience, and this is where we screw up here. Have the patience that progressives do. Because progressives are nothing more than communists with patience. That's all they are. They want government to be in charge of everything, but they don't mind taking some time to get there. Now, Republicans, conservatives, we don't want to do that stuff. No. We would rather have Mitch McConnell in there than Allison Lundergan Grimes. Now, hear me out. If Mitch McConnell lost and Allison Lundergan Grimes is elected by Kentucky, do you think 6 years from now a Matt Bevin or another very strong Tea Party candidate will come up and oppose Grimes? Absolutely. Who do you think will win that race after you have 6 years of a liberal Democrat in Kentucky? Who do you think is going to win? Grimes or a Matt Bevin or Matt Bevin-like candidate? Bevin should win that race all day long. So granted, did we have 6 years in Washington of Grimes? Yes. In the end, what are we going to get hopefully in return? A Matt Bevin type candidate that will be a conservative and stand for conservative principles in Washington. Nope. We don't want to do that. Instead, we'll continue to elect Mitch McConnell, the Crypt Keeper himself, in Washington for the next 20, 30, 40 years for him to do the same kind of crap Grimes would do. It's unbelievable stuff, and this is where we need to stand on principle instead of party. Bravo, Virginia, for doing the right thing and getting Eric Cantor out of Washington. And down in Mississippi, Cochran, you're next, dude. This is politics. This is conservative principles and values, and what we really should be standing for as Tea Party guys, according to me. You can follow me on Twitter at ATM_show. Also like the Facebook page, according to me, show on Facebook. Subscribe down at the bottom, AmericanJournal.com. Good stuff. Check it out. We'll be back next week faster than you can say furious with another rant video just for y'all. See ya.